for business.
Doesn't mean the virus has gone away. Doesn't mean we don't have to exercise good judgment.
What non-essential stores must do to open as early as this weekend. Flyover salute. The Blue Angels and Thunderbirds honor America's first responders and healthcare workers when they'll come to Northeast Ohio. The Outdoors Outlook. Sunshine and 70 degrees drawing families outdoors. A look at what summer could look like at the Metro Parks. And a grand party. An extra large family with a larger-than-life birthday celebration.
From the WKYC studios, this is What's Next.
Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Lena Lai, here with you remotely from my house. Let's get you up to date now on the latest coronavirus headlines. Governor Mike DeWine set to provide on Monday the next set of information on Ohio's response to the pandemic. But today, the Ohio Health Department noted a rise in the number of daily cases. Statewide, there are now more than 19,000 infections and more than 1,000 people have died. A special tribute today to the nation's front lines of the pandemic in the skies above Washington, Baltimore, and Atlanta. The Navy's Blue Angels and Air Force Thunderbirds performed a flyover salute to first responders and healthcare workers. Aircraft from the 910th Airlift Wing will fly over Northeast Ohio late Monday morning. We're expecting to hear the exact times a few hours in advance. And overseas tonight, lights shimmered across the Eiffel Tower in Paris as a tribute to medical personnel. In Poland, they lit up the night sky to show their gratitude to healthcare workers there.
I will tell you, use the parks in the morning. The mornings are just absolutely fantastic. Get up and watch the sunrise in the park.
Yeah, a fantastic day to do just about anything outdoors, with people flocking to Northeast Ohio's parks and beaches. Picture-perfect weather made it possible today, and as Andrew Horansky explains, so did good behavior.
Edgewater Beach was a dream this afternoon, sunny and in the 70s.
Such a beautiful day, and we just had to get out and enjoy the day.
Like a postcard, but also a poster child for social distancing. Groups keeping several feet apart, people wearing masks. Far cry from the rough waters elsewhere. In Huntington Beach, California, crowds pleaded with the governor to reopen their shores. A move made after thousands of people had gathered recently and refused to social distance. Huntington Beach and Bay Village did not have that problem. While in Palm Beach, Florida, there were even more protests, with demonstrators calling on the government to let them work.
We need to pay our bills. We have mortgages. We have family to feed.
Back home, COVID-19 has certainly taken a toll, too. The Metro Parks announcing 650 employees will be laid off, furloughed, or have salary reductions. Still, there are bright spots, such as extraordinary attendance since the pandemic broke out. CEO Brian Zimmerman sharing today how they're now thinking differently.
We're challenging ourselves to find creative ways to have people use the parks. The golf courses have been busy, which has absolutely been fantastic. I think boating will be very popular this year.
Walking and jogging too, like we saw in the North Chagrin Reservation, where dogs took a splash on a day that gave us a taste of what's to come. In the air and also in Chardon, where King Cone served up hungry visitors with safety in mind. The Metro Parks has made social distancing recommendations, but no restrictions, not capping how many people can gather here. There is talk tonight about making the zoo a drive-in experience. Interestingly enough, Galveston, Texas, another beach community, has the slogan, "Salvage the Summer." The same could be said here. I'm Andrew Horansky, 3 News.
Thanks, Drew. The Stay Safe Ohio order is now in place in Ohio and has been extended through May 29th. It is no longer being labeled as a stay-at-home order, as Governor Mike DeWine says Ohio has reached a new phase, but that safety is still a priority. The new order allows retail businesses to open today, nearly 2 weeks early, if they restricted their operations to curbside pickup, delivery, or by appointment only, with a 10-person limit. Then on May 12th, retail stores can open their doors as long as they're following social distancing requirements, which includes maintaining 6 feet of social distancing for employees and customers, and face coverings for most employees. The estimated $100 billion U.S. sports industry is facing historic losses with a sudden absence of live sports. Not only are the leagues feeling the loss, but fans too. Nick Camino is live in the Camino kitchen with some perspective on the impact of the pandemic. Hey, Nick.
Hey, Lena, I mean, you hit it. I mean, obviously the coronavirus has affected our hospitals. We've heard about the frontline healthcare workers and the economy, but it really has hit the world of sports. And I'm not just talking about the games we're missing or the seasons that we're missing out on. I mean, the absence of sports goes well beyond the baseball diamond, the field, the arenas that the games are all played on that we miss. And there was a recent study and analysis that was put into this. The sudden disappearance of sports over the last 55 days, it's going to erase at least $12 billion in revenue. Yeah, billion. On top of a loss of $12 billion, it's going to cost hundreds of thousands of jobs in the industry. And these numbers I've mentioned, they're talking about they could double, according to this recent study, if the college football and NFL seasons are wiped out due to the COVID-19 crisis. And you think about this meltdown, it's not just being felt in pro and college sports. You think about rec centers, youth sports complexes, and TV networks, different leagues that kids play in. I mean, all of this is being felt all over the place. And with something as serious as the coronavirus pandemic, obviously we've focused, and rightfully so, on the frontline healthcare workers, what this has done to the economy too. But when you think about sports, Lena, much more than just the games that are being missed. I mean, there's a lot of money and jobs that have been lost because of all this. You mentioned it earlier. It's a domino effect when you get to this point.
Yeah, you know, absolutely. Every bit a part of our U.S. economy, for sure. Thanks so much, Nick. We'll see you again coming up later in sports.
You got it.
Now take a look at this. Some athletes in Westlake might be sidelined for now, but they are making sure to keep their skills sharp. Anne and Mia decided to play some soccer in their driveway and had a little fun with some trick shots. They used the garbage cans, even the basketball hoop to show off their moves. Their proud grandma Judy sent us this video. Keep up the great work, girls. Great job.
To me, it seems like yesterday, sort of, but on the other hand, it's been a long fight for truth and for justice.
Tonight, a moment in time at Kent State University that would lead to an infamous day in U.S. history 5 decades ago. We'll take a look back. And Kerry is here now with the weather live from his home. Hi, Kerry.
Hello, it was a fantastic Saturday. What about Sunday? I can tell you it's going to be a warm one. Will the rain stick around, and how long will the warm temperatures stick around? I've got the forecast for you.
What's Next is sponsored by Window Nation, online at windownation.com.
New tonight, at least 4 people are seriously hurt in a 2-car crash on Cleveland's east side, including 2 young children. The accident happened after 6 tonight on East 123rd in Kinsman. Police tell us a 4-year-old girl and a 7-year-old girl were taken to Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital in critical condition. A 20-year-old woman was taken to University Hospitals, and another 20-year-old woman was rushed to the Cleveland Clinic, both also critical. Police believe the 2 cars slammed into a utility pole. Well, some people upset with the treatment of prisoners at the Marion Correctional Institution made their voices heard today. With more than 2,000 prisoners infected with COVID-19, as well as more than 175 staff members, the prison is considered one of the hardest hit hotspots in the country. Dozens of people protested outside the prison this afternoon, asking for better conditions for the inmates.
That we will no longer stand aside and allow them to die just because they have a sentence. It wasn't meant for them to be sentenced to.
Cleveland City Councilman Bashir Jones was among the protesters outside the prison in Marion today. Governor Mike DeWine has called in the National Guard to help with the situation. Well, at this moment, 50 years ago, tension was rising on the campus of Kent State University, and it would lead to one of the darkest days in Ohio history. It will be 50 years on Monday since the Ohio National Guard opened fire on unarmed student activists. 4 students died, 9 were injured. The university spent 2 years preparing for the milestone this year, which will now be commemorated virtually.
To me, it seems like yesterday, sort of, but on the other hand, it's been a long fight for truth and for justice, and we have fought trying to get truth and justice so that we could say these 4 students did not die in vain.
And please check out our interactive link to May 4th at WKYC.com. We have links to a virtual vigil, a dramatic play featuring Tina Fey, and an app that allows you to experience history in augmented reality. Tonight, a look at what would have been. A star-studded party at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is one Cleveland event on hold because of the pandemic. The 2020 induction ceremony was supposed to take place tonight, but it has since been moved to November. And a special guest could be seen near the Rock Hall tonight. Chris Jansing of MSNBC was anchoring her show live downtown tonight. She was also talking with people about how Ohio is coping with the coronavirus, and she knows Northeast Ohio pretty well. Chris is a native of Fairport Harbor. Still to come, a big birthday surprise for a local veteran with dozens of his great and great-great grandkids. You won't want to miss it next. Welcome back. Let's take you now to Independence for a huge family birthday celebration today, and we really mean a huge family. The Sherma family of Independence held a drive-by birthday parade to celebrate their father's 96th birthday today. Salvatore Sherma has 5 children, 18 grandchildren, 31 great-grandchildren, and 5 great-great-grandkids. The whole family got together today and surprised Salvatore with a parade complete with balloons and special messages. He is a World War II veteran who says his favorite thing in life is family. Amen to that. Happy birthday, Mr. Sherma. And tonight, we give a senior shout out to Caitlin Yeager. Caitlin is a senior at Lake High School in Uniontown. Caitlin is signed to play volleyball at Alderson Broaddus University in West Virginia. You can send us your senior shout outs on WKYC.com/senior shoutouts. Well, it was a gorgeous day today with a little rain mixed in tonight. How's your Sunday shaping up? Meteorologist Kerry Coleman's here now from his home. Hi, Kerry.
Hello from Carrie's Cave. Yes, we are talking a few thunder showers around tonight after an absolutely glorious day in the 70s. And guess what? Tomorrow also, mainly for most folks away from the lake, it's also going to be in the 70s as well. Let's take a look at some of those high temperatures. They were absolutely tremendous. 73 out of Cleveland Hopkins, 75 at Burke. Take a look at Mansfield, 78 degrees. Akron Fulton Airport, 74. It was a tremendous day. And look at the temperatures now. There's still some 70s around. Even at 11 o'clock, those winds are not quite as southerly, coming out of more westerly direction at about 10 miles an hour across the area. Yeah, we saw some showers, but we also saw a few thunder showers as well. They're tracking rapidly off to the east at about 50 miles an hour, and you can still see portions of Akron picking up some rain. Alliance over in southern Portage County, they're going to move on out fairly quickly. And then tomorrow morning, there's at least the chance of a shower, maybe a thunder shower, but I don't think you're going to see much rain. Your Sunday is going to turn out to be terrific. High pressure, though, to the west. It will eventually bring us some cooler air, and that's going to be Sunday night. And for the rest of the week, it's not going to feel like the 70s at all. We're going to be in the 50s, and even in some cases, high temperatures in the 40s. Let's take you hour by hour. The National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast showing you tomorrow afternoon. Look at those temperatures. Certainly some places in the 70s away from the lake. And you can see a lot of sunshine as well. And then for Monday overnight, we begin to really cool down. Here comes that cool air. Notice the wind out of the northwest now. And we're going to be seeing only 50s, mid-50s for high temperatures on Monday. And that's really going to be pretty much the way the week is going to be looking. Hour by hour for your Sunday, we're going to start off mild in the upper 50s to low 60s. Then we're going to see those temperatures bounce up to around 70 degrees, maybe a little above that, especially away from the lake. Partly cloudy cloudy skies. Going to turn out to be a terrific day and a little less windy out on the lake than what we saw today. We were seeing wind gusts over 30 miles an hour. Tomorrow, a little bit less than that. Out of the west at about 10 knots, 1 to 2 footers out there, but still a chilly, chilly lake. A few scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly off to the east and to the south of Cleveland tonight. 54 for a very mild low temperature. Tomorrow, Sunday, a few morning showers, possible, not likely. Warm, 70 for a high temperature. Winds out of the west at 10. And your Universal Windows Direct 7-day forecast showing you Monday there. Notice how much cooler that is. 15, 16 degrees cooler than the high temperature on Sunday. We're going to call it mostly sunny, but then an upper trough is really going to camp over our vicinity for most of the week. That's going to give us the rain chances for Tuesday, and it's not going to be too warm either. 57 for the high temperature on Wednesday. Good likelihood of showers. That chance of showers for Thursday and Friday. And take a look at Saturday, a week from today. We're only talking about 49 degrees for a high temperature. It is, in fact, going to be a chilly week. We're averaging 65 right now for a high temperature. We're going to be at least 10 degrees below that as we head toward Monday and Tuesday and most of the week. So I hate to tease you with these 70s, and it is going to be a terrific weekend all in all. But by George, we're going right back to where we were there in April, where it was a cool, damp month.
What?
And I hate to say it, at least for the next week or two.
Just don't say snow.
I'm sorry.
That 36 was way too close to 32.
Right. No snow. No snow.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
We'll hold you to it. Thanks, Carrie. We'll check in with Nick up next with sports coming up.
This sports report is sponsored by the people-pleasing people at Serra Auto Park in Akron.
Another evening here from the Camino Kitchen, but another weekend still with no sports, no games. It feels like we're getting closer to that. And one thing is for sure, the NFL is ready to go. I mean, they've been all systems go. They had the draft, free agency's been going, and today they reiterated their stance that the league year with the scheduling is going to keep going. They feel that they are not going to alter any of their plans going into the fall. The league is still going to release the 2020 schedule late next week. It includes the September 10th opener, and league spokesman Brian McCarthy said today, we plan to start on time. Even the Pro Football Hall of Fame announced they're still planning to play the Hall of Fame game at Tom Benson Stadium in Canton. That'll be on August 6th between the Cowboys and the Steelers. That really kicks off the year. Now, I know a lot of Browns fans are itching to know when the Browns are playing, who the Browns are playing. Well, we have to wait until May 9th to see who and when. But keep in mind, we know some of the Browns' opponents already. I mean, they have their usual AFC North opponents. They're going to play the Texans. They're going to play the Eagles. They're going to play the Redskins. They play the Raiders. Two things I'm looking at. I'm watching for a possible trip to London to play the Jags, and then maybe against the Cowboys. Could that be a Thanksgiving game? We're going to keep an eye on all that. Staying in the NFL, it didn't take former Bengals quarterback Andy Dalton too long to find a home. Cincinnati parted ways with him this week, but tonight the veteran quarterback agreed to a one-year deal with the Dallas Cowboys. To Major League Baseball. Now, there are some plans in motion to bring baseball back sooner rather than later, but a lot of people are forgetting a lot of these teams and these guys, they're going to have to go back to spring training. According to Bob Nightingale, the USA Today, the proposal is that for a spring training, they are going to have it to go at least 18 to 21 days. It'll be an kind of an accelerated spring camp, but MLB and the Players Association feel this is doable because when baseball resumes, they will have expanded rosters. And this was pretty cool today right here on NBC, a virtual Kentucky Derby with all previous Triple Crown winners. Obviously, the Derby not being run, it's going to be run Labor Day, but Secretariat took home the crown. They had odds on this. Secretariat was the odds-on favorite going in, and Secretariat is your winner of the virtual Derby. That was fun to see on NBC today.
Kind of looks a little strange, too. Somewhat creepy because it's all virtual.
Yeah, it was like a video game of sorts. I wish it was the real thing. But, hey, that'll be on Labor Day weekend.
I know. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll look forward to that. Thanks so much, Nick. And getting the sauce ready for tomorrow?
Yeah, I got to clean up a little bit, as you can see.
Yeah, right. Whatever. Thanks for watching. SNL is next. Good night.